I used to think taking care of my health meant waiting until something went wrong. That probably wasn't the smartest way to think about it. When I was younger, I moved all day without giving it a second thought. I walked to the garage, carried things around the house, mowed the lawn, climbed stairs, worked in the yard, even getting through an ordinary workday kept me moving. I never called any of that exercise. It was just life. Then the years started adding up. The work changed. The house got quieter. The chairs became more comfortable. And somehow, sitting down became easier than getting back up. I didn't notice it happening all at once. It happened a little at a time. A longer cup of coffee. A little more time in the recliner. A quick decision to drive instead of walk. A chore I could do tomorrow instead. Nothing seemed important by itself, but one morning I stood up from my chair and paused, not because anything was seriously wrong. I simply noticed how stiff I felt, and I thought, when did getting up become something I had to think about? That question stayed with me, not because I was afraid, because I realized I had been treating movement like something optional. So I decided to make one small change. I started moving more often during the day. Nothing dramatic, nothing that made me feel like I was training for some competition. I simply stopped waiting for a reason. After breakfast, I'd take a short walk before sitting down again. I'd stretch for a few minutes. If I had been sitting too long, I'd get up and walk around the house. Out in the yard, I'd water the flowers myself instead of putting it off. Sometimes I'd sweep the porch. Sometimes I'd pull a few weeds. Sometimes I'd just walk to the mailbox and back. That was the strange part. None of it felt like exercise. It felt like living. And I think that's what I had been forgetting. Taking care of yourself doesn't always have to look like a workout. Sometimes it looks like staying on your feet long enough to make yourself another cup of coffee. It looks like taking the long way across the yard. It looks like stretching before you start your morning. It looks like keeping your body involved in the life you already enjoy. Ethel noticed the change before I said anything. One morning she watched me put on my walking shoes. She smiled and said, "You're becoming regular company for the neighborhood." I laughed. "Maybe they need me." She shook her head. "I think you need them." She was probably right. The walking wasn't only good for my body. It gave me a reason to get outside, a reason to notice the weather, a reason to say hello to a neighbor, a reason to watch the seasons changing. Movement became connected to everything I already loved. The older I get, the more I understand that staying active isn't about trying to become the man I was 30 years ago. I can't do that, and I don't need to. I'm not trying to run like I used to. I'm not trying to lift what I once lifted. I'm simply trying to keep doing the things that make an ordinary life feel like mine, walking around the yard, climbing the porch steps, getting up from the kitchen table without thinking twice, carrying a bag of groceries, working in the garden, going for a walk with Ethel. Those things matter to me because independence isn't some grand idea sometimes. Independence is simply being able to do the little things for yourself. I wish I'd understood that sooner. I wish I'd realized that taking care of your body isn't something you begin after you feel old. It's something you practice while life is still asking you to participate. But I've also learned something else. Regret doesn't help. Much starting does, so that's what I do now. I start again every morning. Some days I walk farther. Some days I don't. Some days my legs feel strong. Other days they remind me to take things a little slower. I listen. I don't need to prove anything. I just need to keep moving in ways that feel right for me. That's the habit I wish I'd started sooner. Not a complicated routine. Not some perfect plan. Just move a little more. Sit a little less. Pay attention to how my body feels and give tomorrow's Earl a little help, because I can't make myself younger. None of us can, but I can take care of the man I'll be tomorrow. And honestly, that seems like a pretty good reason to put my shoes on this morning.